Hello, I'm Phil Wardlow, Grundy Area PADS President. I'd like to talk to you in this video about why it matters for donating your time and or your money to Grundy Area PADS. Grundy Area PADS has, among other things, we have two programs, and these are just two of our programs. One of them is rapid rehousing that we have funded through a federal grant from HUD. The other is our emergency shelter that we have funded from local donations of organizations and a lot of individuals that just chip in their time and their money toward us to help out. Why it matters for this is that the federal government grant that we received is restricted to people who are literally homeless. And the literally homeless part can be validated by somebody staying in an emergency shelter. Now that could be an emergency shelter here with Grundy Area PADS in Grundy County, or it could be a shelter elsewhere. However, we need to have the Grundy Area PADS needs to keep our emergency shelter open during the winter months. For one thing, to shelter those who are suffering through homelessness. For another thing, we can also document and validate the fact that they are actually homeless. Now that doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be housed from the Grundy, from the money that we get from the grant. But we're a part of a continuum with Kendall County, Will County, and Grundy County. The three of them have representatives that meet monthly. When we meet, we go over the list of people who in our area are going through homelessness right now. And we decide, based on what the priorities are set, who we're going to try to get into an apartment and how help them be housed, and then work with them towards self-sufficiency. So anybody who comes through our shelter, we're going to get them on that list. When we get them on that list, then we can try to advocate and get them into the program for the rapid rehousing and eventual graduation to self-sufficiency. What I'm asking from your point of view is we always need volunteers at our shelter. We have 3 shifts. There's 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., there's a 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., and a 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. This runs mid-October through April. What we're looking for are individuals who are willing to donate 4 hours of their time in order to staff our shelters. We require a minimum of 2 volunteers. So if we don't have 2 volunteers for one of those shifts, we have to close the shelter. That means in the middle of the cold, we may be putting somebody out in the cold. So that's why it matters. That's why what you do is so important for us. We need to keep our shelters open, not only to house the individuals, but also so that we can get them entered into the queue for the rapid rehousing program. It doesn't mean that they're going to get it right away, but I just wanted you to know that's why it's important.